"He's dangerous now, you'll have to put him down." The words echoed through the cold fluorescent-lit hallway of the city's animal control center. Officer Marla Jensen stood frozen, staring through the observation window where Coda, her canine partner of 4 years, was restrained behind reinforced glass. His coat bristled, eyes wild, teeth bared at anyone who came near. But Marla wasn't convinced by the vet, not by the chief, and certainly not by the so-called behavioral expert who declared Coda had snapped, because she knew Coda wasn't just a dog, he was a hero, her partner, her family, and something wasn't right. Marla and Coda had served on the force in Crest Hill, a quiet town nestled between mountain ridges and pine forests. Coda had sniffed out missing kids, tackled suspects, even saved Marla once when a drug bust went wrong. People in Crest Hill adored him. He was a local legend. But things changed 2 months ago. It started with the new doctor at the Crest Hill Animal Clinic, Dr. Lyle Hartman, a smooth-talking man with sterling credentials, soft hands, and a wide grin that never quite reached his eyes. He came with glowing references and stories of rescuing animals from war zones and disaster areas. Marla had taken Coda in for his routine checkup the day after Dr. Hartman arrived. It was supposed to be quick vaccines, a physical, nothing major. But after that visit, everything spiraled. At Koda changed. First it was subtle. He flinched at shadows, growled at things that weren't there. Then he stopped eating. Then came the night he attacked a fellow officer unprovoked. Everyone was horrified. He'd never shown aggression before. The department pulled him from active duty. And when he snapped at a child who tried to pet him outside the station, the decision was made. Rabid, they said. There's no other explanation, but Marla had been with him through every moment. Coda wasn't rabid. He didn't have the drooling, the fever, the progressive neurological symptoms. It was fear in his eyes, not madness, and Marla wasn't going to let him die without finding the truth. Marla took leave from the department, citing stress, but really, she needed time to dig, time to find out what happened between the moment Coda walked into that clinic and the moment he changed. She started asking questions quietly at first. The receptionist at the clinic brushed her off. The vet techs avoided eye contact. Dr. Hartman remained ever polite, ever charming, you know, he said once, smiling too wide. Sometimes dogs just change, can't predict nature. But Marla wasn't buying it. Then came a break. A teenage kennel volunteer Sashos messaged her anonymously on Facebook, said she needed to talk, said she saw something. They met at the dog park after dark, under a flickering lamppost. Sasha was shaking. I didn't know what he was doing at first, but Coda, he was sedated after the checkup. Too long. He was supposed to wake up within an hour, but he didn't. For almost 6, and Dr. Hartman, he took him into the back. I heard something. Coda whining, like he was scared. What did you see? Marla pressed. Sasha swallowed. A needle, but not the normal kind. Black cap, thick syringe. He said it was vitamins, but I don't think so. That was all Marla needed. She broke into the clinic that night. Not out of recklessness, out of desperation. She used her badge to silence the alarm, crept past the empty kennels, and found the office. Inside a locked drawer were vials unlabeled, some empty, some full. She took photos, took 2 vials, then she checked the digital records. Coda's file had been altered, a different lot number than the vial used. She was being lied to. She took the vials to her old friend, Dr. Rajiv Patel, a veterinary pathologist in the city. A man who owed her a favor from a rescue years ago. He ran the tests overnight. Results made her sick. The compound in the vials, a psychotropic sedative banned in most countries. Used in illicit animal testing, not approved for canine use. Known side effects: paranoia, hallucinations, aggression, confusion. Someone had drugged Coda, deliberately. Marla stormed into the chief's office the next morning with the lab results in hand. At first he brushed her off, said she was just grieving, latching onto conspiracy. But when she laid out the full timeline, the altered medical records, Sasha's testimony, the illegal drugs, the tone changed. Within hours, the clinic was raided. What they found shocked the whole town. Behind locked cabinets, authorities found documents tying Dr. Hartman to an underground pharmaceutical company, testing behavior-altering drugs on animals. Hartman had been fired from his last position for similar accusations, but covered it up with forged credentials and fake letters of recommendation. He had used Coda as a test subject. Coda was moved from quarantine to a recovery center. The drugs had nearly broken him, but he was still in there. Marla visited daily, sitting beside his kennel, whispering their old training commands, leaving her sweatshirt in his bed. It took time, weeks, but then, One morning Koda rose to his feet, his ears perked up, his eyes still wary focused on Marla as she stepped in. And then, for the first time in months, he wagged his tail. The day he returned home, half the town showed up. He wasn't feared anymore, he was celebrated. Months passed. Koda was retired from active duty, but not from life. He became a therapy dog for kids with trauma, his gentle nature slowly re-emerging, and Marla, she started a non-profit in his name, Koda's Watch, to support investigations into animal abuse hidden under the guise of veterinary care. The town never forgot what happened. They named a street after him, Koda's Way. And now, if you're still with us, take a moment to reflect on what this story teaches us. Animals can't speak for themselves. They trust us with everything they have. And when that trust is broken, it's up to people like you, like Marla, to be their voice, their defender, their hope. Too often, we accept what we're told, even when our instincts tell us otherwise. But just like Koda's story showed us, truth has a way of barking back. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves animals. Help us spread awareness and shine a light on both the heroes and the dangers hidden behind closed doors. This is Positive Tales, where every paw has a story and every story has a purpose. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and always protect the voiceless.